Since I only have around 2 minutes, I'll begin by giving a brief run through of the Nano language model. As for what it's trained on, or what it is trained on, and its outputs, we'll get to that at the end. So, at its core, our model uses PyTorch, as we can see through the various imports over here. For my brief research, I found that it offers both flexibility and speed, and so I stuck with that as it seemed to be the best choice. Our model is based on the transformer architecture, which is efficient in handling sequential data. And so the custom built transformer model over here encodes the nuances of language and adapts to the size of vocabulary and the complexity of sentence structures. Also important is the class. So this component ensures that the model understands word order. We'll see that it does that quite well, but we'll get to that at the end. And so we also have a dynamic vocabulary class, and that's over here. So this allows vocabulary to grow with each new word encountered. To train the model effectively, we also have something to handle the data. And so there is a custom text data set. This setup is specifically tailored for processing text data, making sure that the model is fed with well-prepared inputs. And of course, we have training. That's an integral part of all models. The hyperparameters are given further down. However, they were not really varied and tested, as the best performance was not the goal here. And finally, we have the text generation function. Here, the model takes a C text and attempts to make new sentences. As we'll see, the generated sentences are not the best overall, but there is good localized context. I also did not save any specific iteration of the model after training, as they all perform about the same. So here's the rest of the code, and this is just some stuff to make sure it runs, all the important stuff's above. And if you manage to see the main function, you might have seen the C text. And so here you see Aragorn. Well, I am a huge fan of Lord of the Rings, and I'm currently reading the books again right now. And so I decided to try and train this model on Lord of the Rings vocabulary and sentences and see how that goes. And so we have about 100 words, some of them from the most popular list, other ones added in for extra creativity, and only about 30 sentences, so we will see some overfitting and some almost full sentences from the sentence list, although that's not always the case. So let's see what happens if we run this code. So we get Aragorn told Frodo and Sam the dark. First part's alright. After that, as you can see, it doesn't go quite well. And so let's try something else. What if we go with maybe Gandalf? Let's see. We'll set the seat to Gandalf. We'll save that. And if we run this now, we shall get Gandalf told them, looking into the valley, dangers lurking in the. I think part of this has to do with one of the sentences, although not fully. This part, once again, kind of random. The context within itself is fine, but it doesn't really fit in with anything at all. Let's just do one last one. Why not? And we'll go with a generic word like the. And let's see what happens. So if we do it with the, and we run it, we get the valley must find the ring. Frodo whispered to Sam. And so it gets little pieces of the sentences, but nothing overall too concrete or coherent. Thank you for watching.